The majority of self-made millionaires are entrepreneurs. According to Forbes magazine, self-made millionaires have a net worth of at least $1.5 million and began their career with nothing. We all have heard the stories of self-made millionaires and how they struck it rich by creating a successful business out of nothing. But what are the 4 pillars that make self-made millionaires? Welcome to SME Hype, where I am talking about making money online and growing your business. This video is about how to become a self-made millionaire by looking at the 4 pillars of self-made millionaires. The tips in this video will assist you in your journey to become financially successful. So, let's dive in. 1. Self-made millionaires have a strong work ethic. As more millionaires are succeeding in life, it is important to understand how they got there. A common trait that most millionaires share is the intense dedication to their work. Most of them have a clear vision of what they want and are willing to go through the hard work it takes to achieve their goals. It is evident that many self-made millionaires have a strong work ethic, which allows them to pursue their passion and achieve results. Self-made millionaires will often work long hours and sacrifice their own personal lives for their career. They also tend to put in more than 60 hours a week on average, while working less than 40 hours per week. A lot of people work to live, but most living people don't work to succeed. This quote may seem like just another cliche, but it's true. And with increased competition in the field of entrepreneurship, it's important to have the right mindset. Successful entrepreneurs understand that hard work alone doesn't guarantee success. One of the most important lessons for becoming self-made millionaire is to develop a strong work ethic earlier on in life. Self-made millionaires have the passion and desire for their work. Their passion can be shown through dedication, diligence, focus, and persistence. They are motivated because of the impact that their work has on others. They love what they do with their whole heart and soul. The self-made millionaire is also creative. They know how to make money from many different sources and skills that they have acquired over the course of their life. The self-made millionaire is self-reliant. They are in control of their lives and don't depend on other people for resources. Self-made millionaires learn how to be a good steward with money and invest wisely in order to provide for themselves. 2. Self-made millionaires live below their means. They live below their means by cutting back on extravagances and living in a much smaller space. Many of these millionaires still have the same level of luxury because they have learned that being wealthy does not guarantee happiness. So they are living a simpler life by cutting back on personal extravagances, foregoing expensive vacations, and costly cars. Self-made millionaires are not relying on credit cards or loans to get them through life. They are living below their means. This means that the self-made millionaire is saving money so they can be able to spend it on what they want and not what others want them to buy for them to be popular. They believe that if they want something, they should be able to get it for themselves and not have to worry about what others think. They want to be able to do everything for themselves. They want to be able to make their own choices without having to worry about what others like them want them to do. They think that if they are not happy with something, then it is their responsibility to change it for the better on their own. They have to be the ones in control. They are not afraid to go against the status quo. They are not afraid to take risks. They are not afraid to be wrong. They feel confident that they can look after themselves and their loved ones. The millionaire's ability to be frugal means they are never in debt or rely on credit cards for their day-to-day living. It is important to note that these are some of the traits that can make a self-made millionaire. You do not necessarily need all of these traits in order to be a millionaire. 3. Self-made millionaires have a network of contacts. Most millionaires who have become successful in the world of business are not just self-made. They have a network of contacts that help them build their entrepreneurial empire. If you want to be succeeding in your own business and make millions, you should learn from these self-made millionaires who were once just like you. Building a network of contacts is one of the most important skills in any business. It is crucial to build a wide and diverse network in order to be able to identify where demand or need is, as well as how best to fill that need. This requires a certain level of understanding and skill, which can only be gained through time and effort. Whether you're trying to make friends, find a job, network, or start a business, it's important to have good connections in your corner. They can help you grow your personal and professional network in no time. Networking is a key component of any professional success. Networking can be an intimidating task. The only way to succeed is persistence and strategy. It's not easy to approach someone new every day, but you must practice your skills or they'll become rusty and you'll fall behind. You'll need to think about when and where is the best time to approach someone, what tone you should use for that person, and how you can make your conversation seem natural. It's also important not to start a conversation going too quickly or have a conversation with someone who is already with a group of people. Always be on the lookout for opportunities by watching the conversations and who seems to be more receptive. There are many ways of building a network, ranging from social media to attending networking events, etc. To gain success in business, there is no better way than to build a network of contacts. With this in mind, self-made millionaires have taken their networks to the next level with websites like LinkedIn, which can connect people based on their location or field of work. Entrepreneurs who are looking for new connections in another city or industry can quickly find people who share similar interests and goals. One of the best ways to build this network is through referrals. 4. A willingness to take risks and experiment with new ideas. The willingness to take risks and experiment with new ideas is common among millionaires. This willingness has helped them in the past when they were able to see an opportunity that others could not. Additionally, they are willing to take a risk if it comes with an opportunity that could change the life of their company or even the world. Although all millionaires are willing to take risks, not all of them do. This is partially because some millionaires have a particular skill that allows them to be more risk-averse than others. Many millionaires have been successful in their ventures and careers because they were willing to take risks and experiment with new ideas. They are not afraid to try something new, even if it doesn't seem like the right decision at the time, because they know that it could be the key to their success. A willingness to take risks and experiment with new ideas is critical in many fields. The benefits of taking risks are not only the unexpected successes, but also the new opportunities that arise as a result of exploration. This is a trait that most successful people have in common. Some of the world's most innovative companies and individuals have been willing to take risks and experiment with new ideas without fear of failure. Many times, these people were ridiculed and laughed at, but they persisted with their vision of the future and they succeeded. Final thoughts. There are many things in this world we can't control and will never know, but we can control what is happening in our lives now. The key to becoming a self-made millionaire is to understand and take advantage of the opportunity you have right now. There are many different ways to make money, but it's all about finding the one that works best for you. Use these 4 pillars of self-made millionaire as your guiding star to gain financial freedom. Subscribe to our channel for more video like this one. If you like this video, you will also like this one showing on your screen now. My name is Lucia. Thanks for watching and stay creative.
It's about